Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Today is April 4th, Saturday, about 11 o'clock in the afternoon, or in the morning, about to be the afternoon. So I was making this video because I had a couple people ask me in terms of my weight loss of what I eat and what like apps or programs that I use to track food and all that jazz. So I'm going to show you guys. The app that I use is called Macros First. I have an Android phone, so I'm not sure if you can find it on iPhone. I'm assuming you can. But it's a blue logo. Macros First, it's that blue one there. It tracks like daily what your stuff is. So it shows you per day like what your stats are based off what you scan in. So right now I haven't eaten anything. I'm about to make breakfast soon. But it'll show you the splits, my splits here. And actually, I'll pull up a better picture of it so I can show you guys. So based off of my weight loss goals, I entered in the app, like once you download it and sign up for it, it's going to prompt you of like what your goals are and like how active you currently are. And based off of my workout schedule and the amount of weight that I want to lose by specific time, yada yada, these are the splits that I have. I don't know the percentages, but or I calculated them at one point. I have to pull it up on my computer, but it's 210 protein, 166 carbs, and 83 fats for a calorie count of what is that? 2,251. So I would recommend, if you guys are going to download this and try it out, just try it out for about a week and see like how you feel with the food that they or like with the splits that they give you, because they're pretty good about recommending good splits for people. It's just that I had to tweak mine a bit because I noticed like there's a lot of carbs in like, there's carbs in everything, but like a lot of the foods that I would eat would have a good carb portion. So, and my carbs were pretty low to the point where I felt like it was kind of like annoying to eat, or like it was like very difficult to try to navigate that low number. So I had like edited some of the stats that they've given me in like the other ones. So I think I reduced some in the fat. I put a little bit more in the carbs because I noticed like for that like trial week and a half that I was like, I don't know, the food that I had more carbs in it and I wasn't reaching my fat goals as much. But you can go with their recommended, their recommended splits. But yeah, those are mine. So I try to hit my 210 protein. Protein's important. I'm pretty sure you heard a lot of fitness influencers say the more protein you eat, the better. It keeps you full longer, and it's the one I wanted to say macronutrient that takes longer to burn in your body. So carbs is like quick energy, stores as fat. But protein takes your body longer. It has to work like more often to break it down. So that's why it keeps you fuller. So you want to have more protein so that your body's constantly working to burn that off versus like this quick stuff from the carbs. But carbs are important too. So don't like completely eradicate all carbs and whatnot. So based off of that, and I think I was telling a little bit about it in one of my other previous videos, was it's the macros and paired with the calorie deficit. So I try to burn about 1,000 to 1,500 calories in the gym. Generally, it could be more or less depending on the day. And I eat about the 2,251. So as long as you're staying in a calorie deficit, you should see some type of progress. And it's worked for me. So I don't know if I was going to make a separate video for it, but I figure I could show you guys in here since we're talking about macros and stuff like that. And I had my weigh day today, and I'm pretty happy about it. I'm down another almost 3 pounds from today, 2.8. There it is, 322.6. So I'm 332, guys. I'm pretty happy about it. I was excited. I had a pretty good week. There was a couple days where like I had a meal, like me and a couple coworkers went to go get food, and they never have the calorie count in those like diner spots. But generally I try to stay as like good as I can when it comes to the choices that they have. So I got like a chicken sandwich, and it came in like a Kaiser roll, and then it also came with French fries. And I had a little bit of the French fries. There was like some sauce, house sauce that they made that I didn't eat all of it, but man, it was good. So I put some on, and I had some of my fries, but then I gave the rest of my fries away to another coworker. Um, and oh yeah, and I also had mozzarella sticks too. I had like two or three of them with Melba sauce. It was so good. It's delicious. But I tried to keep in mind, like, since I had a calorically high, like, lunch, that when it came to dinner, it'd be lower. And then on top of that, I also went to the gym too, so it wasn't like terrible for me. So yeah, that was for the other day during the week. But as long as you're conscious of like what you're eating, you technically can eat whatever you want, but you want to prioritize whole foods and stuff that's not processed, lots of fats, lots of sugars, because you have less of it, and it makes it difficult to stay on track, and you'd want to pick at other things and whatnot. And oh, sorry, I'm a volume eater. Like, I like to eat to feel full. So whatever is like lowering calories with good macros that can actually like, make me feel full. So like, for instance, like salads and stuff like that, you see a lot of people eating a lot of salad and stuff. Well, they have like, lettuce and spinach, and it's like nothing, like 5 calories, not even less than 5. And they have a lot of like just good vitamins, and you know what I mean? All that stuff for you, for your body. And you can add a lot of it, and barely adds any calories to it. So like, if you're making, obviously a salad, but like a sandwich or something like that, and you can just put greens, try to sneak greens in wherever you can, broccoli, cauliflower, like all vegetables are just really good, and you want to try to get a good portion of those with your stuff. And they also, like I said, with the volume eating, you could have a lot of it, and it's good for you, and you won't feel so hungry, like, so later on in the day, you're not like wanting to snack and whatnot. Plus, when you also have protein, it also helps that as well. So, okay. So I talked about the Macros First app, which is what I use. And then I guess I could talk a little bit about like supplements and stuff that I use personally. So I don't use much. I just have my creatine. It's like the creatine monohydrate. One I get at GNC. It's different flavors. I've actually been just trying out different ones. The one that I'm about to finish is a watermelon flavor, and it's really good. But when I first went to GNC, they gave me, or they showed me like the different flavors, and I was like, you know what? I've been hearing a lot of good things about creatine, and I was kind of skeptical at first because I don't want to be so reliant on supplements for like my weight loss, in case like money issues or whatever, and I can't get it, and then it like drastically like tanks, like, I don't know, my progress or whatnot. I just want to have the least amount of like help that is, you know what I'm saying? And like, not saying that they're not natural and whatnot, but like, I don't want to have to worry about like taking like pre-workout, post-workout, stuff like that. I only do is my creatine in the morning. I just do the recommended scoop. It was 5 grams. I did, when I first started, did the loading phase, which is like the double amount, for about a week or so. And then after, I went back to the normal. So I take that every day right in the morning and just throw it in my water bottle. I know some people like put the scoop in their mouth and go, and then just drink it, or, just consume it. I prefer to just put it in my water bottle. Then throughout the day, I just do my normal eating. I can show you some of the stuff that I put in my app. And then I go to the gym, and then after I get out of the gym, I take my protein, my whey protein. And in this one, it doesn't like matter too much, but I have like the gold standard chocolate peanut butter whey protein. That's my absolute favorite. Right now I'm eating, or I should say, I have the Oreo Ghost protein, the cookies and cream Oreo protein, and it's really, really good. And I actually use that in some of the low calorie like recipes that I've been seeing on like TikTok and Facebook and whatnot. So that is the supplements that I use. And aside from like a men's vitamin gummy that I have, that I just take in the morning just to say, I have more vitamins. So Yeah, so I would say that would be supplements that I take, the app that I use, and then the eating. So for the eating, honestly, the okay, so when you're doing this, the relationship you have to have with food, you have to try to develop a good relationship, because it's bad. It's like for somebody like myself, I love food so much, and it's almost like borderline a drug. You know, you need it to survive, so you can't like avoid food. You know, you don't want to do that to yourself. So I like to try to make it as tasty as possible. That's what will make help you stay consistent and not like, plateau or falter or end up like quitting your diet, because you got to remember, this is a lifestyle change. You do not want to go back on progress or anything like that. So it's good to find ways to enjoy the foods that you like without, just without sacrificing, because that's going to lead to you like not following through. So for instance, like healthy alternatives. And I know not, it's not for everybody. Everybody has like their own preference or whatnot, but like, for instance, bread. I know a lot of people who are like trying to diet. They're like, no, no carbs, no carbs. I don't do carbs, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm a fat boy at heart. I am never going to get rid of chips, and I'm never going to get rid of bread. I love that. I will always love bread, chips, all that stuff. So what I do is try to find healthy alternatives. I have been trying out a lot of like keto bread. The keto bread is actually not bad. It has a different consistency, like with like it, like I don't know, it has a little bit more fight to it, and it's almost a little spongier than normal bread would be. But it's good. It's really good, and the calorie count is really good. So you don't have to worry about like having, like, a regular bun would probably be like 120 to 180 calories for one bun, where you could have three of them for the same amount of calories, and it barely any carbs, because they, the way that they're made, and their fiber and stuff. So like for instance, I'll have to, since I'm gonna post this on my socials and stuff like that, my buddy Meteor Smash, it's funny because on Facebook I've been seeing him recently posting a lot of like glizzy pictures. It's so funny because he's been like going out with his boys and having like hot dogs and whatever. So the thing is, that was another thing. Now that the summertime's coming around, I've also been like, when I go shopping for different foods, I found like they're called al fresco chicken. What is it? Roasted pepper and Asiago. I'll put the picture somewhere here, but they are so good. And I'm assuming, or I won't even say assuming, like the ingredients I know they're got to be better. It's chicken. It's not quite a regular hot dog, but it's the same form factor, and you can get pretty good macros from it. Let me pull up my thing here, because I've had it a bunch of times. I get like the keto bread, the hot dog buns, excuse me. I'll put like 3 links. I'll cook them up because the pack comes with 4. So 4 is like, back in the day I could throw those back. You know what I'm saying? But those, like, I try to do 3 so I don't overeat, but then also too, like, it's very filling. So I'll have like a nice big dinner where you'd think, be like, damn, that looks like a lot of food, and it's still within like a decent like range for calories, which is really cool. So the roasted pepper and Asiago smoked chicken sausage. So here's the stats. I normally, when I eat them, I eat 3 of them. So for 3 of them, you can have them for 360 calories. That's not bad. And you have 40 grams of protein with all of those together. So then you pair it with like the hot dog keto buns. So anyways, I would take all those, right? All those together. I put the 3 hot dogs, the buns. Then I normally do like a serving of the fat-free like cheddar cheese. You can find it at like Walmart. And the calories, it says 28 grams for 45 calories, which isn't bad. So I normally take the recommended size and I'll like sprinkle it along all the dogs. You know what I mean? And then pair it with like Quest chips. Quest chips are delicious if you haven't tried those. I get the nacho cheese. I tried all the flavor, or majority of the flavors. I haven't tried the lime ones. Those ones are I don't know. They look really good and I want to try. But the other ones, like the nacho cheese ones, the one I normally get. And I'll put that. So we'll have my hot dogs. I have the buns, the cheese, a bag of chips, and pickles, because, cucumbers and pickles in themselves are like nothing. And actually, they count them as 0 calories. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but you get pickles, I'll usually pair a pickle per hot dog. So I have 3 hot dogs, the chips, the pickles, and then I pair it with either water, or a Propel water, or I'll get like the Mios and I put it in my water, so just so it's not just plain water with your meal. Or you could do a Diet Coke too. I just try not to spam Diet Coke, even though it's better than like not having anything. And then also too, like it's 0 calories, but like I said, I just don't like to over consume it. So, but I'll have all of that, and that dinner, realistically, will be like under 800, 700 like calories, and that's really good. So you think about it, you got all that food, and it's all really tasty stuff. And if you're a big cheese lover like I am, you're getting that cheese fix, you're getting all that, you're getting a lot of protein, you know what I'm saying? Not like a crazy amount of carbs, and you feel full at the end of it. You feel like, damn, I ate all that food and I'm like, I'm good. Like, and then if you want a sweet treat, you totally can. There's healthy options that I'll go over at some point with you guys for that, but it's good. So like the TLDR of that is like, when you're trying to do this, like the weight loss stuff, you have to be realistic with yourself. First of all, be mentally ready to do this. You want to be like, okay, hey, I want to make a change. Let's do this thing, right? So then you're going to kind of go down the rabbit hole of like researching different foods and stuff like that. And honestly, find healthy alternatives. You pay attention to the label, what you're putting into your body. Me personally, I don't have any type of like gut issues or anything like that. It's still good to be conscious of what you put into your body and stuff like that. But I know some people have to have specific types of protein powder because they have gut problems and whatnot. I just do the good or the gold standard stuff. I know to certain ones like the Muscle Milk protein, I think has like other things that you may want to be cautious of. But either way, if you go from like having like a soda with like everything, and then like I don't know, like a piece of candy and stuff like that all the time, and it adds up. Those quick things that you don't think add up, and then it just your caloric intake is like crazy, and you're just like, damn, what happened? So you have to be cautious of it. So you can go to the store, you can make healthy choices, you could see if there's healthy alternatives to the foods that you like. I'm still dabbling in like protein pasta and stuff like that. I'm not a cook. I'm really not. Like my sister likes to say, I'm pretty good at cooking. I'm really not. I just follow instructions decently well. So but you find healthy breads, healthy chips. Like chips are the best ones I like to try out, or like popcorn, pretzels are pretty good. And then I picked up this chips, and there's protein ones. It's funny too because there's a lot of stuff in the stores like protein seems to be like coming out, like you're just seeing it more often. But these are really good, and their macros aren't bad. Like it's 6 grams of protein for like a Quaker chip. Seeing if I can get that without it like going too crazy. But these are not bad, and I mean I haven't eaten anything, but I already weighed myself, so delicious. You have a couple of these, get that fixed. And there's desserts that you can make as well. But I apologize, it's rude as hell. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I'll record it anyway. I normally post like my food. Like before I did my Facebook page and whatnot, I posted a lot of the stuff that I eat on my fitness story on Snap. But anyways, I'm planning on making breakfast as soon as I'm done with this video, and then I'll try to put it on my socials as fast as I can. Normally, like on the weekends, I like to cook myself breakfast because I have the time. I don't have to worry about waking up early for work and then running out the door. So I don't even know if I have, because I have to go shopping. But normally I'll do like 2 eggs, egg whites. If I have spinach on hand, I will use spinach. I also cook like either turkey bacon, and then recently I've been like seeing in like the fitness influencers using it's called center cut bacon, which is like I guess in a different I think it's a cow instead of pig, and it's cut in a different section, but it's really good and it's healthier. So you have like regular bacon, center cut bacon or beef bacon, and then turkey bacon. And turkey bacon is good, but some people don't like the taste or the texture. I love it, and it's low calorie. It's like 45 a slice versus like 90 for the regular. But the center cut is like, it's tasty just like bacon, and it's lesser. It's better for you. It has like 60 calories generally. So, anyways, so I'll be using bacon, and depending if I have wraps, like that's another thing that I meant to mention, is like for breads and carbs and whatnot, wraps are like great, and there's so many good protein options for wraps. The one I get, it's a protein. Let me see if I can find it here. Wrap. So there's a few different ones. There's the Extreme Wellness wraps. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen that. The high fiber ones. There's also the other one that I get, the plant protein ones. The Mission ones, plant proteins. One for, let me see here, we just put it here. So we got one tortilla for 70 calories, for 7 grams of protein, 6 carbs, and 3 fats. And the tortilla is really good. I never could taste and be like, oh, this tastes like a protein tortilla, or this tastes like a healthy tortilla. No, you really can't tell the difference. And you think about it, those ones are like not the biggest ones, but the smaller ones. So you get 2 of those. You can make like 2 little wraps or whatever, and you're sneaking in 14 grams of protein with just 2 wraps for only 140 calories. You know what I'm saying? Versus like a regular bread that's like 200, and it barely has anything. Like, it's good tasting, but like in terms of like the macros, they're not like the absolute best. So anyways, this is what I'll pair with my breakfast usually if I have it on hand. If not, it's okay. So like, if I always check to see like what I have on hand. So for breakfast, like I said, I'll do like my eggs, my bacon, my spinach if I have it, and then I kind of see, it's like, all right, do I have any type of breads that I can pair with it? Because I like to have like toast or or a wrap like with my breakfast. And if I have it, I'll cook it and maybe make lesser of the one, and then if not, then I'm like, okay, well, I don't have any wraps or breads, and then maybe I have like shredded potatoes or like home fries or whatever, based off of like the recommended serving size off of like I get them from like Walmart. You have off of the bag of the packaging. You just give like a recommended size, and then you put them together, and then you still get your carbs in. It's not too much. You know what you're doing because you're controlling all of the ingredients, and that's another thing. Seasonings, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, all that stuff to make it taste so good, and it's healthy for you. So generally, like a breakfast, like I'll just kind of backtrack real quick to previous Saturday. Here is a breakfast that I actually cooked. I had the 2 large eggs, like I was telling you guys, 100 grams of egg whites, 4 slices of the center cut bacon, right? The 4 slices of center cut bacon is for 120 calories, so that's pretty good for 4 slices. I had the fat-free cheese that I normally put, because I love cheese, so I try to put it on everything, especially that it's the fat-free is lower calorie, even though some people will like kind of tell you against it. Oh, and this is the other thing. I completely forgot. I don't even remember if I have any left, but I saw at Walmart they had a Premier Protein waffle. They start selling those. I was like, yo, what? Like, because I've made breakfast stuff before, but anyways, I found that, and I had that. So I had 2 waffles, and then I have my sugar-free maple syrup, and then I also used no sugar tomato ketchup. So all of that I just mentioned came out to 55 grams of protein, 34 grams of carbs, 27 fats, for a calorie count of 615. That is pretty good. That's a good amount of food for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And just for a meal in general. When I try to eat a meal, I generally try to do between 500 calories to 800 for a meal. That's generally like within the ballpark. If it's lower than that, it's probably you had a couple little snack things, or just enough to get you like by until the actual next meal. But even if you like eat a little heavier in the morning and eat a little lighter during lunch, and then normal at dinner, you can choose how you want to structure your eating, as long as you're eating what you're supposed to be eating, aka like your protein, keep it high. You get your whole foods in, your greens, all that stuff. You try to cut out the bad stuff and find healthy alternatives and whatnot, and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. And that's what's been working for me. Like I don't, not doing anything crazy, no keto, no paleo, no none of that stuff. I mean, some people dietary restrictions and whatever, and gluten-free, whatnot. But like this has been working for me. Nothing complicated. You just count your calories, you work out, you move in your body, and you're gonna see success. Honestly, it's just stay strong. You know, things happen. Sometimes you get into plateaus, and like either gain a pound or stay at the same place. If you hit stuff like that, just make sure that you're eating what you're supposed to be eating, and then maybe at the gym or whatever workout you're doing, try to switch it up to where your body is not doing the same exact thing, because you can get into like you know muscle memory is a thing. Like, well, you're doing the same thing and it's kind of like used to it when you want to like shock your body from, you know, now and again. So and then yeah, that's pretty much like the recipe to lose weight. So I know a lot of people have been asking me about it, and they're just like, well, Lewis, what do you do, blah blah blah. That's what I do. I work out. The workout that I usually do, I try to go for at least 4 to 5 times a day, and or 4 times a week, excuse me. So I'll usually try to structure it like this, because I work a Monday through Friday, like a 8 to 5 job or 9 to 5 job. I go to work. Some people like to work in the morning, but me personally, I like to work in the afternoon. Just know gyms are busy that time, but for me it's more like, you know, getting out of the house, like the atmosphere, other like-minded people working out and motivating you, and then you get kind words of encouragement once, you know, I mean not once, but like, you know, when you're there and people see your progress and stuff like that, they're generally pretty like happy and like supportive and whatnot. So it's more like, I know some people get shy, they don't want to look embarrassed or whatever. I just say, just go for it. You're not going to get anywhere in life without being uncomfortable. And people will see that you're trying to make a change. Like, how could that be a bad thing? That you're seeing, that's like making fun of people who are in like rehab for wanting to get better. Be like, oh, you guys, oh, blah, blah. Like, no, like they're there. Yeah, they may be in a bad state, but they're trying to get better themselves so that they can be the best version of themselves. And I feel like that should be for everybody. So like if you're afraid of going to the gym, or you're just like, I don't know, nervous about it or whatever, just go. Just go. It's great. It's great. It sucks at first. Don't get me wrong. It sucks. So you gotta, most of it's mental. You're just like, fuck, I gotta go to the gym. I gotta do this. I gotta work out. Like, oh damn. And just the idea of getting to the gym is worse than when you're actually there. I'm telling you. Now you hit a point where like you look forward to, you're like, I can't miss. Like I want to go. I want to go. And like, you know, burnout's a thing. Things can happen. You know, as long as you hold yourself accountable and don't let yourself slip off too much, you'll be good. Just take it a step at a time. Try to go at least once or twice to get your body moving. And then once you start, you know, seeing that, or that you know, you kind of like work it in with your schedule, because I know people are getting older, people have kids, busy lifestyles and whatnot. Okay, sorry guys, I got cut off. I was kind of ranting. But you have to just at least put yourself out there, and you really have to like just try. Just get yourself moving, and you will see the change. You will see the change. You start little by little, incremental, and then afterwards, then you start implementing it in different ways, and then you see if your schedule is not too busy because of kids and whatnot, and then structure accordingly. Some people, they like to go in the morning. You could try that. Get up really early, go to the morning. That to me, it sounds like a nightmare. I'm a morning person kind of, because of my job, I have to be. But like I would prefer to be awake and alert to do the workout at the gym. I know that some people prefer like the mentality of getting the hardest thing out of the way. But honestly, I just like to get it out of the way at the end of the day, because then I get out, right? Work is done. I drive to the gym, get ready, start working out, have a good workout, and then come back home. All I got to do is worry about cooking, and then I can relax or go to sleep for the next day. And I treat it like that. I try to treat working out like work. And even though now it's like more of like even a therapeutic thing, it's great. But yeah, you want to go, you know, do your thing, and then I go to the gym and do that. So again, it's based off what you want to do, but the thing is starting. Starting is important. Don't let the fear of like, oh, or the like research, like there's a term for it, but when you do too much research paralysis, like just get moving. Just, you know what I mean? Like even if it's walking or something like that, you know, for me, I have a black card. I work I go to Planet Fitness. That's my choice of gym, and I like it because of the hours. Because at one point I was working overnights, so that was something that I like. I just that's an attractive feature to have at the gym. You know, there's other ones like Vent and Crunch and on the, and I'm pretty sure they're great gyms and they have like good weights and whatnot. But for me, it doesn't matter if the weights are sand or iron or whatever. Like if it's 100 pounds, it's 100 pounds. Just lift it, put it down. And then if you get more serious about it, then you could see about transferring gyms. But for me, I like Planet Fitness. Color scheme's cool, and the hours are great, and staff is super friendly, and they generally have every machine that I personally need until I guess start taking it to the extreme or to the next level, and I could start looking elsewhere. But yeah, just at least if you can get yourself into the gym and do that, it'll it'll be good. You'll see a progress. But I would say is this: if you're going to start out, right, take a bunch of pictures, progress pictures, so that you have, because that's something that I always regret is like I don't take enough pictures in the beginning because I'm like kind of self-doubting. I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm even going to stick with it. Let me just see how it is. And, you know, I'm self-conscious about my body and stuff like that and whatever. But just do that. Just take a couple progress pictures, right? And then you just say to yourself, like, you know, I'm going to do this. I got this. Or, you know, I'll tell you this. This is something that motivated me. And I know some of my close people and my family know that this is the thing that kind of helped me. I forgot. I saw a video somewhere and it said about making time for yourself and respecting yourself. And it's just like you can go to a job, right, and work 8 hours for some no skin, you know what I mean, some alternate whatever, and you can do that for 8 hours, but then you can't devote an hour for yourself. You can't devote, like, you know, 2 hours to better your body or to start something like a YouTube channel or social media. Do, you know, anything for yourself. And then you have to say to yourself, like, do you respect yourself? Do you respect yourself? I always like try to play that in my brain. It's just like when I don't want to go to the gym or, you know, any type of negativity in my life, I'm like, well, do you respect yourself? Because if you do, you won't let this happen. Or if you do respect yourself, you're gonna do the thing that you want to do, because in the end, you're benefiting yourself and it's helpful. Like why wouldn't you want to? You know, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. You get out of work and you're tired and stuff like that. That's why it's hard sometimes to get to my computer. But like, then you start seeing your progress and you're seeing all the like the fruits of your labor, all that stuff, and you're happy. You're like, yo, this is awesome. Like, look at where I was and look at where I'm going now, and look where it's an awesome feeling. So I encourage you guys to do this. I really do. I'm hoping with this like journey, because this is my I've been trying to lose weight, or I've have weight loss journeys like all the time, and I'm trying to make this one my last one. Trying to stay consistent, because I had lost a bunch of weight, but I was learning stuff about my body. I was kind of doing things the wrong way. Didn't really prioritize like other foods and stuff like that. I'm just in a better state in terms of like weight loss stuff, because my knowledge of it is much better, and then I know my body better. I know like how I function with certain foods and whatnot. So yeah, but anyways, I will hope you guys will enjoy the journey with me. I'm hoping that now that I'm kind of putting myself out there in terms of my weight loss, that it'll help me be accountable, like, you know, to hold myself accountable, because I do slip. I am human. Like, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm just another person, just like you guys. Like, and I want to better myself. I want to be around longer for my family. I don't want things to hurt as much anymore. I know that's inevitable with old age, but like, you know, I want to be the best version of myself I can be. I want to be proud. I want to be able to like look at myself and be like, wow, that's the guy right there. That's Himothy. And I'm him. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, like, I just want to be the best version I can be. And I want to be around as long as I can for my loved ones and family. And if I can motivate people and we can level up together, why the hell not? That sounds like a win-win for me, you know? And I could show people that, you know, I try my absolute best, and I you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, not that I have to prove myself to anybody, but then also too to look what I'm capable of. Look, I know that I can push and persevere through hard stuff because I've been through a lot. So, anyways, I want to drag this video on too long because my previous clip that I recorded, the same video, previous clip was like, yo, this is too long. We have to fucking end it here. I was just like, all right, bro, all right, you got it, I get it. I talk a lot. So, anyways, guys, hopefully you watch all this. I don't know if you're watching it on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, but either way, if you guys could share the video, if you guys could, like it, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff they tell you to do, they'll probably skip it. But yeah, if you guys could share it, that's the most important thing. Try to get as many eyes on it as possible. The goals of like, I guess what I'm trying to do here is, I don't know if I'm going to be a fitness influencer, but if that happens, that'd be great, But I know it's like this is the space that I'm in right now, and I'm trying my best to do what I can. And like, like I said, now I'm documenting my progress and my stuff. So, and I want to share that with you guys. And then hopefully if something good comes from it, that'd be great. I would love that. Who knows? Maybe I can quit my job and work out full time and and get a brand deal with, I don't know, like a protein. Like here's 20% off with the code NitoLR, or like put it in and give me some money. But you know what I'm saying? Like if anything good could come from it, that'd be great. But anyways, guys, I love y'all. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.